White House economic advisors are defending President Trump's firing of the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Erica McIntyre, on Friday. Trump's move came hours after a stunning government report showed hiring had slowed significantly over the past 3 months, with the U.S. adding just 73,000 jobs in July. Deep revisions to the previous 2 months now indicate that the job market is considerably worse than previously thought, with the U.S. only adding 19,000 jobs in May compared to the initial report of 144,000, and only 14,000 in June after an initial report of 147,000. Trump attacked McIntyre on social media following the report, claiming the numbers are being produced by a Biden administration appointee, and ordered his administration to fire her. A career civil servant, McIntyre was confirmed on a bipartisan basis in 2024 and had been widely respected across party lines for her nonpartisan approach. She responded to her abrupt dismissal on social media, saying it was the honor of her life to serve as BLS commissioner. Speaking to reporters yesterday, Trump continued to air his grievances and said he would announce a new statistician soon.
We'll be announcing a new statistician sometime over the next 3 or 4 days. We had no confidence. I mean, the numbers were ridiculous, what she announced, but that was just one negative number. All of the numbers seem to be great, and so we'll see how that comes out. And if you remember, just before the election, this woman came out with these phenomenal numbers on Biden's economy, phenomenal numbers. And then right after the election, they announced that those numbers were wrong. And that's what they did the other day. So it's a scam, in my opinion.
Meanwhile, director of the National Economic Council and top Trump economic advisor Kevin Hassett defended the president's decision yesterday on Meet the Press, as well as his claim the jobs report was rigged, but failed to produce any evidence to support that claim.
Were the numbers wrong? Do you have any hard evidence that you can present to the American public that these numbers, these revisions that were reported, and there were plenty of revisions under former President Biden, including right before the election, do you have any hard evidence that these numbers were wrong?
Yeah, there is very hard evidence that we're looking at the biggest revision since 1968.
Are you going to present that evidence?
If you look at the number itself, it is the evidence.
But just saying it's an outlier is not evidence, Mr. Hassett.
It's a historically important outlier. It's something that's unprecedented. So unprecedented
it's still
that
not
I've been looking
evidence,
at it for 40 years, and I'm like, it must be a typo.
Still not evidence, though. Several Republican senators expressed concern over the president's decision to fire the head of the BLS after the release of that July jobs report.
I'm assuming that they're going to communicate precisely that there was some cause, a flaw in the analysis or whatever, so the BLS still has a report to give us if this one's not correct. Now, if it was just fired because the president or whoever decided to fire the director just did it because they didn't like the numbers, they had to grow up.
Well, if the data is untrustworthy, we should find out. You know what I mean? I mean, if the president is firing the statistician because the numbers are unreliable now, that would be good to know. But if the president is firing the statistician because he doesn't like the numbers, but they are accurate, then that's a problem.
You have to look somewhere for objective statistics. That the people providing the statistics are fired, it makes it much harder to make judgments that, you know, the statistics won't be politicized. So it's, I don't know much about it. I'm going to look into it, but on first impression is that you can't really make the numbers different or better by firing the people doing the counting.
Joining us now, senior NBC News national politics reporter Jonathan Allen. So, John, nearly the entire Senate supported McIntyre when she got confirmed in 2024, including, I believe, the now vice president, who was then a senator of Ohio, J.D. Vance. So how is the White House reacting to the fact that even Republican senators are treating this move with a fair degree of skepticism? And I was pretty stunned when Hassett was on with Kristen and wasn't able to actually show the reason that they say that these numbers should be questioned in the first place.
Well, let me start with Vance, J.D. Vance, who did vote for her in the first place. What his office is saying is that he was simply trying to help nominations move forward, bipartisanship, and that he didn't know, how she was going to do in that job. So he is supporting the vice president is supporting the president. Not surprisingly, he's the vice president. The president could tell you that the sky was red, and J.D. Vance would tell you that it was red. But as far as Hassett and these other officials, they have the same kind of duty to the president. The senators have a slightly different duty, but what they're saying, when you hear it, Cynthia Lummis there from Wyoming, she said it's a problem if you fire somebody because you don't like the numbers. She's not raising hell over it. She's not saying I'm abandoning Donald Trump. She's not saying I don't think that the president's economic agenda is working as well as he thinks it is. And so, this is all sort of gradations of mild criticism of the president for firing somebody who, by the way, isn't actually putting the numbers together. These numbers come from surveys. This is not like there's not a lot of wiggle room here, in terms of what her job is. So, or job was. But yeah, I think everybody in the country, if they're being honest with themselves, knows what it means to fire somebody because you don't like the data that comes back.
And I think that is, despite the White House protesting on the Sunday shows, that is what people are seeing in this. And I think others have said that the ripple effects of this are strong, not just because this is the kind of move that you would see in authoritarian countries, but also when you look at the economic impact of it, the BLS numbers are things that places like the Fed uses to figure out when they should and if they should lower rates. I mean, talk about how all of this is put together.
Yeah, and Wall Street watches it, right? So if you're somebody who's following the private, the sort of private economy, the market economy, and the markets, you are looking at what these numbers say. If you are the Fed, you are looking at what these numbers say. If you are members of Congress, you're looking at what these numbers say. If you are a consumer, you are probably not looking at what these numbers say.
Right.
And you're hoping that your government just makes good decisions based on good data. So, the ripple effects, of course, of firing somebody because you don't like the numbers, there are many, right? It's not just also those government agencies or, in terms of making decisions about the numbers, but it is also the next person that comes into that job who knows that they're going to lose their job if the president doesn't like their numbers. And by the way, every statistician at every other agency, and there are many statisticians, whether you're talking the FDA, the biostatisticians over there, where you're talking about criminal justice statistics. I mean, imagine if you work at DHS and it's your job to tell the president how many undocumented immigrants have been deported, and you know that he doesn't like the numbers. What does that tell you about what you're supposed to do?
And then, of course, the outgrowth of that is being able to trust the independent facts that these statisticians are putting out on behalf of the U.S. government. That's certainly something that has an impact and a ripple effect internally, domestically, with all those entities that look at these statistics reports. And then, of course, also other countries looking at the U.S. and saying, can we trust the information that the U.S. government is putting out as fact because it has been filtered through a lens of, I'm either putting out the truth and it might not be what the White House likes, or I'm going to put out what the White House likes and be able to continue to put out reports. I think it's a danger.